Whoa. Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Edwin. Welcome back again with Strictly Comics. I got some breaking news just now. Actually, a while back, but it's breaking news to you guys. My wife told me that I'm a dork. Don't really know what that means. Can't really comprehend what she's saying. Maybe some of you guys can help me out. I don't know. But that's the word around here, so guess I'm a dork. I don't know. Anyways, nerds and nerdettes, I thank you guys for coming around and watching us. I'm going to show you my new, sorry about the interference. Stop it. Oh my gosh, you're now I got to start all over. But anyways, nerds and nerdettes, let's get into it for this week's new comic book pull list. Up for number one, we have Batman and Batgirl number one. Now, interesting with this new title that's going on because, as y'all know, it used to be Batman and Robin, but not so much anymore. Now, since Robin is no longer around, like last month you had Batman and Red Robin, which that was a very deceptive cover because we were thinking that, oh, a new Robin is going to be introduced. Wrong. And then right here we see Batman and Batgirl. Now, look forward for a review for probably this one because I read I read a little bit about what this was about, and it comes to find out that Batman hasn't given up. He's still trying to resurrect his son, Damian Wayne. And we all know how that goes usually when you get resurrected, also known as going into the Lazarus pit. It doesn't always turn out the way that we want it to. So yeah, look for possibly a review with that. I'm not really sure. Next, I got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 24. Now, I actually just added this one to my pull list today, and I had to take off two other books because I was just kind of losing interest in them. And I have too much going on right now. So I took off two books and I added one book to my pull list now. And this is one of them because Brian Michael Bendis is doing a really good job writing this. I love seeing the development of, Miles Morales. He's actually, now that Doc Ock is actually Peter Parker really isn't my favorite Spider-Man right now. I'm leaning more towards Miles Morales. But really what we're seeing in the storyline is a lot of repetitiveness of what's going on with Peter Parker's life. It's just a whole cycle of everything all over again. Introduction of characters, facing villains for the first time, stuff like that. It's just coming into the alternate universe with Miles Morales. But, didn't grow up in the 60s, didn't really read all those books back then, so it's kind of a nice touch. I mean, y'all know how things are. Everybody's into rebooting, rehashing, so I don't really have a problem with it. I like it. Next, I have Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, number 18. Now, I keep getting screwed over because it always seems like... Let me move this over. It always seems like I keep getting these B covers. Not a big deal. As long as I get the main story, I can work with it. But, when you look at what's coming out and you see a cover, you're thinking like, oh wow, that's a cool looking cover. I might want to pick it up just based on the cover alone. But this one right here, as you can see, different cover, same storyline, not a big deal. And here's a really loud cover. What is this? Uncanny Avengers number 9. This actually reminds me of something, you guys. I actually have Uncanny Avengers 1 through 8 for sale right now on eBay. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link at the bottom to where you can go check out my eBay page and items that I have for sale, because 1 through 8, and this is actually a really good storyline. I kind of hate giving it up. Not that I'm giving it up, but just trying to recoup some of the money that I already spent on some of these books. So as you can see, I continue to pick up the titles and continue to read them. But after I accumulated like maybe 5 to 10 issues, then I'll just post them all on eBay for sale as a lot. Just because I know I'm still a collector, but I know that these modern comics very rarely accrue any kind of value. So look for that at the bottom. Look for that link at the bottom there. And then next right here we have Superior Spider-Man number 12. Again, a really good storyline that's going on right now. And if anybody isn't reading this, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should, because this is an awesome, awesome series going on right now. As a matter of fact, almost every time I look on, I forget the website, it shows you the distribution of each comic book for the entire month. And this right here is easily, almost always in the top 5 as far as amount of issues that are published every time that this comic comes out. So definitely pick this up. Plus, this story right here, this cover, oh man, this is getting really, really exciting. I won't go into it too much right now. I might actually do a review on this. I'm not really sure. If you're following the storyline, then you already know what's going on, so keep reading. One that I was actually really looking forward to this week was Transformers Monstrosity number 1. Now, this is just like a 4-issue limited series, kind of like the Dinobots, Rage of the Dinobots that came out a few months back. And again, I got screwed over with a different cover. I think this was actually like cover C. I really wanted cover 1 because it had Megatron on the front, and it actually kind of has something to do with Megatron, which is part of the reason why I wanted to read Monstrosity, because we all know how evil he is and how he wants to rule Cybertron and take over the world, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of what's going to be going on in this, along with all the other titles currently within the Transformers universe. So check that out. And next I have Age of Ultron Book 10. Now this is the last book of this 10-issue miniseries. I might do a review on this because I know a lot of you hardcore collectors might not really want to open this bag up because you think that it might be worth something. Let me just give you a good word of advice. It probably won't be worth anything. Can anybody say Superman number 500? Can anybody say Superman number 75? Because I seriously doubt that this is going to be similar to the Black Bag Superman 75. So if you have this book, open it up, read it. If you're already reading the Age of Ultron, you probably want to read this one anyway since it's the last issue. I seriously doubt that this will be worth anything. Because keep in mind, Age of Ultron, these books, they've been mass producing these. So, but if you want, like I said, stay tuned because I may do a review on this. I may open it up for you. So if you have one, you don't have to open it up yourself. Check it out. Now, so that was actually it for this week's comic book pickup. What I'm going to show you guys now are just the remaining things that I had to pick up last week that I was not able to pick up last week. I got Avenging Spider-Man 22. As I've said in my previous reviews, this is actually a really, really, really fun read. I highly recommend it. If you're already reading it, keep reading it. You won't be disappointed, as you ought to know. Next, I have Transformers Beast Hunters number 2. And as you guys remember, because I didn't have an IDW review, new comic book review last week, I did a review of this book, but the first issue, which came out like a couple of weeks ago. As far as the IDW goes, I got other new comics from this week that I may do a review on. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on this one. Stay tuned, find out, we'll see what happens. And then also, we have, from last week, the Manhattan Project number 12, image title. And I gotta let you guys know, I've been collecting most of these, but I haven't read any of them yet. I just remember reading reviews. Everybody was saying that this is a very, very good book. It's addicting, along with, what's that book called? Saga. So, look out for maybe a review of this one. I don't think I'm going to read the first 11 issues before I read this one, so, we'll see what happens. And then last but not least, I got Clone number 7. Now, this was supposed to come out, actually, this did come out a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't get it because comic book stores order 3 months in advance. When I had put this on my pull list, when I was added as a new member and a new pull list created, I thought I was going to get this. They didn't have it because, come to find out, my comic book store doesn't even order this book. Nobody buys it. Nobody buys it, and I don't understand. This is an awesome story. This right here is actually one of my favorite stories right now coming out of Image Comics. If anybody is not reading this, you really should be reading this. They're only on issue number 7. I think that the first trade is actually out right now. They're only on issue number 7. The first 6 are actually probably really, really cheap on eBay. Most of them are going at cover price or under. So pick this up. If you're not reading it, check it out. I highly recommend it. What it kind of in a nutshell, what it has to do is there were like 50 clones that were made, and they were just kind of spread throughout the entire country. And somebody is trying to now kill all of the clones. It has to do with government conspiracy, tie-ins. It also has to do with stem cell research and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. And then the main character, who is obviously a clone, he's being hunted by other clones. So it's like one clone trying to kill all the rest of them. But there's actually one authentic clone, one person that's not a clone. He's the real deal. He's the genuine, the authentic one, the real one. But nobody knows if he is or not. But he's still trying to kind of see what's going on. But a lot of it has to do with because they took his wife from him because his wife was pregnant. Now, what does this have to do with anything? Well, clones within this issue are not supposed to be able to reproduce. So when they find out that one of them has a baby, the government there's a lot of investigation going on. They want to kidnap her. They want to take the baby. They want to figure out how did this happen. They basically want to just cut him open and just study the baby and its cells and all that stuff. But come to find out, actually, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it because maybe somebody out there actually wants to read it. Even though a lot of you guys don't even read my reviews on Image titles, unless it's like The Walking Dead. That's it. Like, that's not the only good book that's out there, people. Check this out. I highly recommend it. Look out for reviews of I'm Not Sure Yet. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate all the support and everything that's going on. Thank you so much. Also, you guys, keep God first in your life. Enjoy your comics, though. And God bless you guys. I'm out of here.